Love certainly isn't safe, but it's absolutely worth it. This is Skylar Resta, and welcome back to Stories Retold, y'all! Welcome back to Stories Retold, where we retell amazing stories. It's your girl, Skylar Resta, and Happy New Year! Ba-ba-ba-ba! I don't know if I'm more excited to be done with 2021 or just be more careful in 2022. I don't know. But here we are. I'm just glad we made it another year. I'm so happy to see you guys. So happy to see you. It's been forever. So, as you know, we took a break during December. Thank you guys so much for the break. December was a much needed break that Manor and I didn't even know how much we needed until it just came. And I feel much better. I feel energized, and I'm so ready to get back started telling amazing stories for and with you guys. So what I learned last year, and especially during December, was that you have to live your best life today, which is why today's amazing story is Get a Life, Chloe Brown by Talia Hibbert. I have seen this story all over Book Talk, and now I finally have joined the crew of people who have read and loved this book. But I'm going to shut up. No, I'm not. I'm going to keep talking. So you guys go grab your snacks, grab your tea, grab your bestie, because here we go. Today's summary comes from Goodreads.com. Chloe is a chronically ill computer geek with a goal, a plan, and a list. After almost but not quite dying, she comes up with 7 directives to help her get a life. And she's already completed the first, finally moving out of her glamorous family's mansion. The next items: enjoy a drunken night out, ride a motorcycle, go camping, have meaningless but thoroughly enjoyable sex, travel the world with nothing but hand luggage, and do something bad. It's not easy being bad, even when you've written a step-by-step guideline on how to do it correctly. What Chloe needs is a teacher, and she knows just the man for the job. Redford Red Morgan is a handyman with tattoos, a motorcycle, and more sex appeal than 10,000 Hollywood heartthrobs. He is also an artist who paints at night and hides his work in the light of day, which Chloe knows because she spies on him occasionally. Just the teeny tiniest bit. But when she enlists Red in her mission to rebel, she learns things about him that no spy session can teach her. Like why he clearly resents Chloe's wealthy background and why he never shows his art to anyone, and what really lies beneath his rough exterior. I love it! I am reading a lot more romance books since Rebel. I have been reading so many more romance books, and I like it here. I like it in adult romance. I like it here. Okay, now this is a perfect time to talk about the trigger warning. This is an adult romance book, which means it is spicy, and there is some profane language if you're reading. I'm not going to be saying the profane language here, but we are going to be talking about the spicy. There are scenes for those who are under 18 should not be reading or listening to, because I audiobooked it. I audiobooked it. So I'm going to go ahead and say this right now. Mom, aunties, uncles, those watching, hi, hello. You have 2 choices here. Either you can stay and listen and we never speak about this again, or you can exit. Guys, we're going to be talking about some spicy things in here today, and I don't want to hear this. I don't want to hear this from you when I come see you. All right? Okay. Now, everybody, prepare yourselves accordingly. I don't want to hear it, Mom. I'm serious. Don't talk so spicy. Shush. It's like a 2 on the spicy scale, so it's not like, oh my gosh, but it's a 2 on the spicy scale. 2 out of 5. It's a 2 out of 5. It's not that bad, but has its moments. Anyway, so here's the tea. So we start off with Chloe almost getting hit by a car on a random Tuesday. Great way to start a book, right? Right. She's okay, but as anyone who is like 3 feet away from getting hit by a car, she's in shock. So she goes home to the family mansion where everyone lives, and her grandma, Gigi, she bougie. She's not Gigi. She's Gigi. I like that. That's my grandma's name is Gigi. So Gigi is like, oh, let me call my therapist and we're gonna get you, all together. She has a breakdown on the floor, like by herself. She has a breakdown because she realizes if she would have died in that car accident, she would have had the most boring eulogy in the world because she hasn't lived, she hasn't done anything because she has fibromyalgia. She's like living a safe life instead of a thriving life, So she believes this is the universe telling her it's time to get a life, which is what she does. So we fast forward to her moving into her own flat. We're in England, but we're not in London. When she's in her flat, we learn very quickly she cannot stand her super, Redford Red Morgan. And everybody else loves him. They call him Red. And she's just like, I don't get it. Although she did admit that he is very attractive, how confident he is, and she just loves that about him. She likes that about him. He's cute and confident. Cool. Because, she wants to be that kind of confident. So, yeah, I like that in you. Just stay over there. He can't stand her uppity princess behind. As we saw in the summary, he has a problem with her being from a wealthy background. We'll talk about that later. But he does admit that she is beautiful and how beautiful she would be to paint. I am going to say this now. If we have a paint me like one of your French girls kind of scene, I'm done. I'm putting the book down, throwing it to the side. We're done because I can't take it. My heart can't take it. Mono always has that scream in every episode, and I'm going to make that a thing this year. It's going to be an appropriate scream every episode. So, woo. I think this is technically classified as an enemies to lovers type, but I don't really see them as like hard enemies. I don't know. I guess they would be enemies to lovers, but I guess because they are enemies at the beginning of the book and then they end up loving. Okay, fine. But, I think they became lovers pretty quickly. So the only thing that Chloe has accomplished on her list is moving out. And she also said she did do something bad. Do I know what it is? We already know. It's in the summary. She watched Red while he paints, shirtless, 3 times. Because apparently he looked real good. So you can't just watch that once, And he's like right across the way from her. She opens her window and there's his window. And he be just painting there shirtless. Close your window if you don't want that. I'm just saying. Okay, maybe that's not the right thing to say. You shouldn't intrude on somebody's space. That's the right thing to say. And the last time she watched him, she thought that Red saw her. She's not too sure. She thinks he saw, but she's not too sure. He saw. We're going to go ahead and say that right there. He saw. That sounds like a donkey. Hee-haw. Sorry, I sound like a real donkey. Anyway, so we learned that Red has been hurt by another uppity woman before. We're going to learn more about that woman. But he loved her and she was really mean and rude. Because his ex was mean to him. And Chloe is mean to him when they first meet. He kind of puts the two together and he's like, she's mean. I don't like her. She's too much like my ex. I don't do that. But he's bouncing back in life and we're very, very, very proud of Red. We love Red. Okay? Chloe takes a lot of walks. So she, on one of Chloe's walks, she sees the classic cat stuck in a tree. She decides to climb the tree and save it, knowing to give her so much pain later. She climbs the tree and saves it. So as she's climbing the tree, she finally gets the cat. Woohoo. But then she's stuck in the tree. And then what makes it worse, Red saw the whole thing and he's like, I can help you get down. And she's just embarrassed. Are you not embarrassed? She is. And she's like, oh gosh, now this man has to help me get down. Before Red makes himself known, decides to help her down, she realizes like she's about 15 stones. I had no idea what that meant, and apparently that's like the weight system in England, which is about 210 pounds, which we love to see. She's a mid-sized queen. We love it. We love a mid-sized queen. We are here for it. So she's up there. She's out of breath. She's like, oh my gosh, how am I get down? Red sees the whole thing. He's like, I can help you down, love. I was like, well, he didn't say love, but like, I can help you down. Then she's like, ugh, I guess so, whatever. So he climbs up the tree and like walks her back down, sort of like, put your foot here, do this, this, and this. Go read it, because watching Chloe stutter and their banter, hilarious. Hilarious. I love when they be talking to each other. This is the first time we actually see them interact and like banter like this. I loved it. So when they get to the bottom of the tree, Chloe has like one more jump until she's like on the ground. But Chloe's already in pain. So she's like thinking about how bad this jump is going to hurt her. And Red is like, do you want me to catch you? And she's like, I'd rather die. I'm dead. Forget you. I'm dead. Oh, we love it. We love it. We love it. We love it. So Red was not done with her. Oh, nay, 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 nay. Red was not done. So Red was like, he sees she's in pain. He was like, let me walk you home and let me make you a cuppa. This British stuff is taking me out. Let me make you a cuppa. I can't do it. Ah. Of course she said no. Of course she said no. And she went home. But of course, Red knows where she lives. He's a super. He's a super. So he comes by to check on her, but he really like tries to like, joke with her. He's like, I heard you have a cat here. And she's like, I don't have a cat. Cat's sitting like right over there. I don't have a cat. I don't know what you're talking about. I don't have a cat. Oh, I love it. Oh, by the way, the cat's name is Smudge. She named him Smudge. He's so cute. He's a little clumsy little sucker. I love him so much. I love him. I love him. He's so cute. I'm sorry. I'm really excited, but I really like Smudge. He was cute. I'm really excited about this book. I think I need to calm down a little bit. So, Chloe let him in, and he made a cuppa. 2 cuppas, I guess. A couple of cuppas? I don't know. I don't know how it goes. He made her 2 cups of tea. One for him, one for her. Then he made 2 cups of tea, okay? The drink of the tea, and he notices her hands are shaking. And he's like, are you okay? Like, did you hurt yourself from the tree? She's like, no, I have chronic pain. And just like left it right there. Like, we're not going to talk about it. I have chronic pain. Don't ask. And he's like, okay. All right. So after a bit more banter, Chloe is thinking, this man can help me with one part of my list because he has a motorcycle. So Chloe offered him a free consultation for a website that he needs for his art in exchange for a ride on the motorcycle. And she kind of like said, yeah, we're going to do this. So I'll talk to you tomorrow and we'll get it all together. Okay, bye. Basically, because he left. She sees she's tired and he just left her to go sleep. But it is clear to everybody involved, except for Chloe, because obviously Red has a thing for Chloe. Speaking of Red having a thing for Chloe, this is where I give a disclaimer. If you are listening to this book on audiobook, do not do what I did. And let me tell you what I did. Okay? Me forgetting it's an adult romance and never reading a Talia Hibbert book before, I decided I'm going to ride with my windows down, sound all the way up, and listen to this book, right? Okay. And then I get to a red light, and I'm pretty sure a few cars heard about the wet dream that Red had about Chloe. I was stuck. I didn't know what to do first. I was like, hey, yo! So to any cars that heard the sex scene, I'm really sorry. I didn't mean for that to be for your ears. I should have asked for consent. I didn't know. I'm sorry. Everybody else, go read the book because, my God, I was like, wow. Okay. All right. We shall continue. Back to Chloe and her list. So, Red takes Chloe on the motorcycle ride, and go read that because both parts, yummy. We love it. I have ridden on a motorcycle before, so I do very much don't want to admit this. I don't know if I want to admit this, but here we go. Chloe is right about how a motorcycle feels. She's right. I identify. Here's what I'm going to say. Here's what I'm going to say about Chloe's part in riding the motorcycle. I have ridden a motorcycle before, back in my day. I can identify with her experience. I can identify her experience. Continue. So after the ride, Chloe's like, oh, you know what, Red? So I have this kind of list, and like riding a motorcycle was on my list. And there's some other things on the list I want you to help me out with. But she only tells him camping, riding a motorcycle, and going for a drunken night out. She leaves everything else off, which I did not see her doing. I thought she was going to be like, you know, I need somebody just to, you know, knock my ankles loose. But she didn't do it. I was shocked. But okay, you know, I didn't know. Okay, maybe she already felt something for him at the time. I don't know. She knew he was cute. I don't know. And in exchange for Red helping her with the other things on her list, she said she can build his website for free. He wants to know what else is on the list, and she's like, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. So they get back to Chloe's apartment, and Red is like writing down the plan for the night out and the camping while he's writing the list. Chloe's looking at this man like he is a snack fresh off the snack cart. Like fresh off the snack cart. Because she's like, oh my gosh. He like touched his lip. He has nice handwriting. And she talked about his hands. And I was like, I can identify with that. I'm not going to lie to you. I've seen a nice hand and been like, that's a nice hand. Why? I don't understand. But that, ladies and gentlemen, is the female gaze. Yeah, that's female gaze. Them hands. And rolling up the sleeves. We love it. The best part about this whole little like scene is Red is like, okay, I know you're sick. I know you have chronic pain. But while I'm taking you on these adventures, I need to know what the worst case scenario is for you and your pain and what to do when that happens. We love a king who cares. We stand for the Ginger King. We stand. I love it. I love how observant he is. He be watching her. Like, I can tell you're in pain today. What? We love it. We love it. This is the time Chloe decides to tell him about her fibromyalgia and the chronic pain, fatigue, migraines, and random periods of muscle weakness that comes along with it. And she also tells him, it's okay, I know my limits. She does know her limits, but Red's still like, yeah, I'm still not going to take you anywhere close to that. I can tell when you're in pain, and we're going to stop right there. I love the vulnerability that they have in this moment. I love it. I love it. Also, I think it's so funny. And this may be a true thing. I don't know. I guess so. I don't know. But anyway, I think it's so cute how Chloe thinks everything she does is like annoying to Red, but Red's in love with it. For example, Chloe wore a like lemur onesie, you know, and with the tail and everything, it has a tail and all that. And she wasn't expecting, she forgot Red was coming over. And when she comes over, she's in a doggone lemur onesie, and she thinks, oh my gosh, he probably thinks I'm so childish. Because I'm in a lemur onesie with a tail as a grown woman. Like, oh my gosh. And then she starts to sweat, and he sees it. He's like, you're sweating. And she's like, oh, yeah, I'm fine. It's a little sweat. Nothing wrong with a little sweat. And she thinks Red is disgusted by the fact that she's sweating. Red, on the other hand, sees her in this lemur onesie with the tail, and he's like, she is so adorable. She is so cute. And he sees her sweating, and he's like, I want you to change because you're hot. You are actually sweating. Go change your clothes. At the same time, he wants to take the clothes off her to ravish her. But both can be true, but change your clothes. So on their drunken night out, they went bar hopping, which is something I wanted to do in my past life, but I feel like I'm like, I ain't finna do all that now. That's too much. Especially with the vid out here. You can have that. Read this book to get a description of Chloe's dress and Red's reaction. Chef's kiss, bruh. Chef's kiss. It was so good. Okay. I said earlier, I loved how Red was so attentive to Chloe and how much pain she was in and all that stuff, right? He's a natural helper. We love it. This part is the sex sexiest I've seen Red. I guess because I like this myself, but I loved Red in this kind of like, in that space. He was so protective. He was so caring about her. And I was just like, hey, what's good? Like I said, we stand a ginger king. We stand a ginger king, okay? This whole thing didn't make me giggle. I was just like, tee, just giggling this whole time. It was so cute. Anyway, so when they're in there, they're partying, it's loud, all this stuff. Chloe gets the epiphany. I don't like this. I don't like this. And then she thinks back, like, why did I put this on my list? Like, why did I do this? Because she used to do it back with her friends when she was, one, younger, and two, when she had those friends. She doesn't have those friends anymore because when she got diagnosed with her fibromyalgia, they all, like, one by one, like, dropped off and left her because she felt that they thought she was too much of a burden. And a lot of people, some people even said that to her. So she realized that it wasn't the club that was fun. It was the friends she had going to the club, which made it fun. And I can attest to that. That is the best part about it, because everything else is trash. Because she's, and side note, she's 31 at this point. Who wants to go to a club past 23? Somebody, but not me. So she's like, I want to go. She's like, take me somewhere you like to go. Take me somewhere else. And he did. And it was cute. And there was a little bit of spice. Go read. Bye-bye. Go read. Also, Tipsy Chloe is a lot of fun. I like Tipsy Chloe. The night did not end in a kiss, but it ended a little bit more. But again, go read the book. Our sweet Red. During that time, Chloe hurt our sweet Red's feelings. And it hurt. It hurt so bad to see this man hurt. It hurt to see him hurt. Like, I get her, but she didn't do it right. And now he's hurt. And now I'm hurt. I'm like, doggone it, Chloe. Doggone it. Nah, don't hurt him. Don't hurt his feelings. He's a softie. Tattoos and all, but he's a softie. We love a tatted softie, by the way. We're just going to say it. Anyway, we continue. Chloe apologized and gave Red some space because she felt that's what he needed, some space. Like, I'm sorry, I'm just going to excuse myself. Which, okay, I get. So during this time, she takes Smudge to the vet and she finds out Smudge's going to live. Calm down, take a breath. Smudge is alive. She just has an owner. Chloe has to give Smudge back to her owner. And her name is Annie. We didn't like Annie at first, but Annie's all right. We like her. That's cool. Because Annie, we find out, this is a weird fact about Annie, but let's throw it in here. She's a knicker whisperer. Never thought I'd hear those two words together, but a knicker whisperer. I thought it was one thing. I'm sure you're thinking the same thing I thought, but we're going to go to it later, and I'll explain to you what it actually is. But so a few days later, Red came by. He's like, I'm pissed, but I still want to be around you. I'm trying to get over it because you did apologize, and I'm trying to like be okay. I'm taking some time. So, okay, he's back. So we love it. And when he gets there, he can see that Chloe is not feeling great, you know? So he takes care of her. He makes her, what is it? I forgot the name of the dish. Go read the book. I forgot the name of it, but stir fry. Thank you, Holy Spirit. Stir fry. He made us some stir fry. I haven't had stir fry in a minute. I might need to go get me some food. So he made her lie down. He took care of her. It was so sweet. We love it. And he tells her everything about Smudge and Annie. And Red is like, Annie's probably trying to be your friend. Go make a friend. And she's like, friends? What are those? What is those? What are those? I'm very glad they made up. And I'm very glad that he stayed by her side and had a very platonic evening. Loved it. I mean, the next day wasn't very platonic. But go read the book. Not the next morning after she got sick. But the next morning after that, Red left her a note saying, hey, get ready for camping. I won't see you today because I gotta go take care of a lot of stuff, but I'll see you Saturday when they're going camping. And he drew a little tree on the little post-it note, and she was like, oh, it's so cute. And she kept it. It was so cute. And then Chloe had a realization about her list. She can change her list. her list isn't made in concrete. It's not made in stone. She can change it. So what she did was, she took out that drunken night because that was trash. It would have been very funny. I really had a whole thing in my mind how that drunken night was going to go. And it went nothing like I thought. I was like, I mean, I'm glad that she had seen that side of Red, but I thought she was going to confess that she had feelings, that she was drunk, but no. So, and she decided to take off the meaningless but thoroughly enjoyable sex and replace it with Keep Red. So cute. And she also put like, be nice to Annie, make a friend with Annie. So that's good. That's good. I'm glad she's like changing and evolving because, we are allowed to change. We're allowed to grow. We're allowed to make our list and like shift our list as our needs and desires change. And I just love it. Don't you love it? I love it. Red comes for her and ready to go camping. She's so excited. She's like, I'm ready to get trampled by a moose, attacked by a bear, and cut up by a serial killer. And he's like, I'm not going to let any of that happen to you. Stop, Red. Oh my God, stop it. I need to go to bed. I don't need to read no more romance. But I'm going to anyway. Oh my gosh. So he tells her he got all the stuff for s'mores. And she jumps on his lap and she's like, I love a man with a food-related plan. I said, sis, me too. What we eating? What are we eating? I'm a fan, okay? So they go to the campsite and I was very, very fearful that they were going to sleep on the ground. But Red brought an air mattress. Thank the stars above. Because we don't sleep on the ground. 31, sleep on the ground? You're bad. And you have fibromyalgia, but he knew that. And he took care of you. He knew that. He knew. And go ahead, read everything that goes down at the campsite. Including Red's past with his ex. And why that uppity woman is nothing like Chloe. Nothing like Chloe. We hate her. We stand for Red and we stand for Chloe. Oh my goodness. Go read it. Find out what happens. The tragedies. The atrocities. That's a better word. The atrocities. Oh my gosh. So at this point, we have like a couple more chapters in the book. For some reason, I always think they're going to go rosy and fun and fine. They don't. They always throw me off. And I hated it because I never thought this would be a problem. But here we go. Red found out that now he is on Chloe's list. And he thinks Chloe's just using him as like a plaything, a toy. And he gets mad at Chloe. And he's about to leave. And Chloe's like, he's about to leave. Like everybody else in my life. It's trauma fighting trauma. And it's... We're not okay. I'm not okay. Are you okay? Of course not. Of course not. So Red left. He walked out the door. And as soon as he did it, he like calmed down and came back to himself. And he realized it was his trauma and not that episode was caused by his trauma and not Chloe. Immediately, he's like, Chloe, I'm so sorry. Chloe is crying at first. And she's like, you know what? I can't do this. Oh, Lord have mercy. She's like, you caused a reaction in me that I never want anyone to have that kind of power over me. So no, I'm not doing this anymore. Thank you for everything. This was fun. This was great, but we're done. The tears. I was not okay. I said, the book cannot end like this. I know it's not, but the book cannot end like this. My heart cannot take it. My heart cannot take it. Oh my God. This is a great time to say, trauma is a monster. Go to therapy. Red is in therapy, by the way. That's how Red knows to like calm down, come to himself, really think like what happened here. And that's how he was just like, oh no, I messed up. Wait, Chloe, hey, let's talk about this, baby. Don't leave me. Baby. I can't stand me. I am a fool. So Red has to get Chloe back. He has to get Chloe back. He's like, I'm not living without this girl. Not gonna do it. He ends up getting her back by creating a list of his own. You know what I was gonna tell you? I can't tell you that. I cannot tell you. I cannot tell you, but I can tell you that's the end of the book. That's all I'm going to say. That's all I'm going to say. So let's go ahead and talk about why I recommend this book, okay? So our main character is a mid-sized Black woman with a disability. She has fibromyalgia, as we've mentioned throughout the episode. I've never seen a main character like that before. Maybe I have, but I can't think of any book that is just like comes to the forefront of my mind. So this is a main character we don't often get to see. It's an interracial love story because we have this big, gentle, giant ginger, and we love him so much. Also, it's a spicy romance. What better way to start the new year with something sweet, sassy, and a little spicy, you know? And it's so cute. It's such a cute story. It really is. It really is a cute story. Plus, I really like how, like, well, that's my thing. She has, like, she has turquoise glasses, and I have blue glasses. Y'all haven't seen my glasses because it's, like, I don't like when the light, but I have glasses, too. I have glasses. Also, this is the first book I've seen. This is going to be a little bit of a spoiler, but the whole episode's a spoiler. But this is the first time I've seen an abusive relationship, abusive domestic relationship where the woman is the abuser. I am talking about his ex. I am not talking about Chloe. We stand for Chloe. We do not like the ex, okay? We don't like her. I'll fight it for you, Red. I'll knock the teeth out. Whew! It needs to be recognized that men also suffer from domestic abuse. Period. My favorite part is Chloe and Red's banter. It is unmatched. I loved it. I want to go back and listen to the book just for the banter. It was so good. It's like the petty back and forth mixed with the building of sexual tension with a little dash of vulnerability. I just love it. It's perfect. It's perfect. And like personally, like as Skylar, I don't fully identify with like Chloe's personality. Like that's not me. But their flirting style, I'm like, that's my ideal kind of flirting style. And like, how can you read this book and not be like, I would give Red a chance? How could you not? He's just so God. But I honestly think that Red is perfect for Chloe. Go over there. I have my husband. I have my literary husband, and we're not taking him. He's not going anywhere, okay? I am the wife of Captain Drake Levesque forever, okay? All right. We love seeing like two people who have like rough outsides come together, and they're really sweethearts together, and it's so sweet, and I love it. I just love it. Now, my least favorite part. Red promised s'mores. And then, when we get to the campfire, guess what this man said? I don't know nothing about no s'mores. What? He just got marshmallows on a stick roasting them.
Hi, everybody. Editor Monitor here. In their defense, they were a little busy eating other things. Okay, bye.
What? Neither one of y'all got internet. You got smartphones. Y'all don't want to look up what a s'mores is? It's an American thing. I know. I'm fully aware. I follow the guy on TikTok who, like, tries everything American. He's like, go to s'mores. He didn't do his s'mores right either. Just don't play with my s'mores, okay? Other than that, what is the least favorite part in this book? What is it? Because I don't know it. I loved this book so much. I was kikiing and giggling through it all. I loved the book. Besides the s'mores bit, there is no least favorite part. There is none. Moral of the story. Go live your best life. Be open to exploring welcome risks, Open your life up for a little bit, just a little bit of risk. It's 2022. We're not saying go out here and, catch COVID. That's not a welcome risk. Just do something fun. You only live once. Go for it. As long as you're not hurting yourself or others, go for it. That's my motto. Don't hurt yourself. Don't hurt others. Go. Be fruitful. And lastly, the best flirting comes in a playful banter. I love playful banter and flirting. It's so much fun. And that's the end of our episode. That's the very, very end of our episode. Thank you so much for joining me today. Thank you for coming back for a new year. I so appreciate you guys. None of this is possible without y'all. It's such a great book. Such a great book. There's nothing like a little spice and romance to start off your new year. Woo! We're doing more spice this year. I already have another spicy book planned, so prepare yourselves accordingly. But until then, own your own stories, read to expand your mind, and I will see you next time. Bye!